news on a night of fear, chaos, and death. New details just in on a night of fun that took a fatal turn. A deadly stampede during a concert at the Main Street Armory in Rochester.
It was very scary. I've never been through nothing like this.
This is a tragedy of epic proportions, and it's something that all of us who love concerts worry about.
We have team coverage on this tragedy. Good afternoon. I'm Carla Rogner in for Matt Malloy. Our reporters have new information and an update has just come in from Rochester police. The woman who was killed has been identified as 33-year-old Rhondesia Belton of Buffalo. A woman from Rochester and a woman from Syracuse remain in critical condition at this hour. 7 other victims are recovering, and the search for answers is underway as to exactly how this happened during last night's concert. We begin with Cheyenne Walker. She talked to those who were there. Cheyenne?
Yes, Carla, people have been showing up to the front doors of the Armory all day looking for belongings they say they lost during the stampede that happened last night at the concert. Traveling 2 hours from Niagara Falls, these 2 friends are among those who returned to the Armory to knock on the front doors today. They're looking for credit cards, cell phones, and other personal belongings they say they lost during Sunday night's post-concert crowd surge.
I was getting rushed and I lost my phone. I didn't even know I lost my phone until I started patting at my pocket. I'm like, where my phone at? And I started bugging out.
And we come in here trying to get our stuff, and this is how y'all treating people? Like, how do y'all want us to come back, give y'all our money, and come to concerts and have fun? First of all, our lives is in danger, and we can't even come back and get our stuff. This is crazy to me.
Police say just after 11 o'clock Sunday night, fans were leaving the Glorilla and Finesse 2-time concert. The crowd rushed for the exits, trampling people along the way.
We thought everything was good. At first, when we going towards the door to leave out, everybody started rushing back. So we started running and falling and everything.
Doing a lot of pushing and shoving. I unfortunately was one that was on the ground. Thank God I did get up. But everybody wasn't so fortunate. It was a different experience. It was very scary. I've never been through nothing like this. I've never seen so many police. Maybe because I don't know. I've never been through nothing like this. It was just like 3 blocks full of police.
Officers posted outside as part of the security detail arranged by the Armory were eventually able to make their way inside to help. They found 3 women with life-threatening injuries.
RPD officers, security, and EMS personnel provided life-saving measures on the 3 females before they were transported to Strong Hospital.
Police say they cannot confirm if reports of gunshots led to the rush. Concert goers I spoke with said they didn't hear any gunshots, they just saw people running. Artist Glorilla tweeted about the incident, stating she heard what happened and is praying that everybody is okay.
And when you have a popular artist like that, you're going to have a large crowd. So the question will be, were the appropriate actions taken? You have to make sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Now, it's too early to say what precipitated this, as the chief said, but I intend to get to the bottom of this.
The mayor said multiple agencies are now investigating to make sure all regulatory safety measures were followed at the Armory event. He describes the fatal crowd surge as, quote, tragedy of epic proportions, and the city will hold the venue accountable. Now, another concert goer tells us that a confetti cannon actually went off after the concert, which could have led to why people started running. The police are looking into that claim as well as several others. Anyone with pictures or videos is encouraged to call 911. We reached out to the Armory owner for a comment and have not heard a response.
A night of entertainment at the Main Street Armory took a fatal turn when confusion and chaos after the concert led to several victims being trampled as people tried to find the exits. Concert goers recalling those terrifying moments inside.
We really don't know what happened. I just know a lot of different people was just pushing, doing a lot of pushing and shoving. I unfortunately was one that was on the ground. Thank God I did get up. But everybody wasn't so fortunate.
Rochester police saying in the last few hours that a second woman has now died. Good evening, I'm Carla Rogner in for Matt tonight. The 35-year-old victim has not been identified. Earlier tonight, Rochester police confirmed 33-year-old Rhondesia Belton of Buffalo also died in last night's incident. The mayor of Buffalo tweeting a picture of Belton, who was a Buffalo City employee. He called her death a tragic loss. A third woman, 35 years old, remains in the hospital tonight with critical injuries. 13 Wham's Jackie Napier has more on the investigation tonight and the circumstances that may have led people pushing towards the exit. Jackie?
That's right, Carla. Good evening. Rochester police say they are hearing many reports of potential causes, including crowd size, shots fired, pepper spray, and more. One concertgoer I spoke to says she believes a delayed confetti explosion that sounded like a gunshot may have led to people running out. What began as a night of fun and live music ended in chaos and tragedy.
A lot of different people was just pushing, doing a lot of pushing and shoving. I unfortunately was one that was on the ground.
Just after 11 p.m. Sunday, Rochester police say the crowd leaving the Glorilla and Finesse 2 Times concert began to surge and rush towards the exits. Rochester police say 33-year-old Rhondesia Belton from Buffalo was killed. Another woman also died from her injuries, and a third woman remains in critical condition at Strong Hospital. Police say 7 other people were treated for minor injuries. While there were initial reports of gunshots being heard, police say they do not have any evidence of shots being fired. This concertgoer came all the way from Niagara Falls. She says she waited outside the Main Street Armory for nearly an hour, trying to collect the belongings she left behind while trying to escape.
Lady comes to the door for 2 seconds to tell us she's shredding our credit cards, throwing our phones away, and that we have to contact the building manager, but they're not answering the phone.
The Main Street Armory has a capacity of 5,000 people. Rochester police say they are working with the fire marshal's office to determine the number of concertgoers Sunday night. But several people I spoke with say it felt too crowded inside.
We thought everything was good. At first, when we going towards the door to leave out, everybody started rushing back. So we started running and falling and everything.
Rochester police say they are working to verify last night's event was compliant with regulatory safety measures. Multiple concertgoers tell me there were some security measures in place prior to entering the venue, like bag checks and pat-downs. However, they say they did not go through metal detectors. In the newsroom, I'm Jackie Napier.
Thanks, Jackie. The city of Rochester reports the Armory is up to fire code, but it does have 2 city code violations, one for unapproved activity, which related to splitting wood at the back of the building. The other is for an unapproved dwelling unit, but the city does not have proof that anyone was living there. The city's code enforcement department is involved in investigating what happened last night, and Mayor Evans is vowing to hold the venue accountable.
And when you have a popular artist like that, you're going to have a large crowd. So the question will be, were the appropriate actions taken? Too early to say, but I will tell you that we have a history in my administration of holding venues accountable.
The city is in touch with Scott Donaldson, the owner of the Armory, about upcoming events, and a concert scheduled for this Saturday has been canceled. The city does have the power to shut down the Armory, but no word on whether that's being considered.